Hi quilting friends, Christine here from the Quilters Retreat, and welcome back to our Quilter Tech Series. If you're like most quilters, you probably love giving quilts as gifts for family, friends, grandkids, or special occasions. In today's video, we're going to learn how to make those gifts even more personal by making custom fabric panels in Canva. This will make your quilt gifts truly one of a kind.
Quilter Tech, Quilter Tech, Quilter Tech, stitching smart, stitching right.
So far in this series, we've covered a lot. In part 1, I showed you how to take an existing image and use Canva and Spoonflower to create a fabric panel that you can use in your quilts. In part 2, I showed you how to use AI tools like ChatGPT and Ideogram so you could create custom artwork for those quilt panels. In part 3, I showed you even more AI tools, specifically Midjourney, to create more painterly artwork for your fabric panels, and ChatGPT to take a photo of your pet and transform it into a wonderfully imaginative quilt panel. And now we're on part 4, where we're diving deeper into Canva itself.
Quilter Tech, Quilter Tech.
Canva is an incredible tool, not just for prepping your artwork, but for creating custom designs using their enormous library of graphics and templates. Today I'll show you how to use Canva as the main creative studio to make your fabric panels that much more personalized and special, perfect for the holiday season. So let's get started. And today I have one of our new quilting t-shirts to show off, part of the Quilters Retirement Club that just hit the store. So if you like to show off your love of quilting, come on over to the Quilters Retreat store where we have fun, cheerful designs made for quilters by this quilter.
Quilter Tech, Quilter Tech.
Now before we jump in, let's talk about aspect ratio. We talked about this in the first video, so if you haven't had a chance to check that out, I'll link it at the end of the video. For quilt panels, if we're looking to do the entire yard, which is what we'll do today, we're looking for a 6:7 aspect ratio. That's a standard yard of fabric. That way when we print our panels, they're sized perfectly for most quilt patterns that use a quilt panel. You can make your quilts in a horizontal format, which is great for a wall hanging, or you can make it in a vertical format, which is perfect for a bed quilt. Now today we're going to work with vertical panels for bed quilts, but remember when you're ready to send it to Spoonflower, you're going to want to rotate that to a horizontal design. Again, check out our first video and we'll walk you through step by step how to do that.
Quilter Tech, Quilter Tech.
Now, as we discussed in our first video, Canva is an online design platform that makes creating graphics fun and simple. You can use it for free with a basic account or upgrade to Canva Pro for about $15 a month. They usually offer a 30-day free trial, which you can use as we work through this project together. The free plan gives you access to thousands of templates, fonts, and design elements, many of which are cleared for personal and even commercial use. Canva clearly labels what's free to use, so just double check the license tag when you add something to your design. So we're going to start by creating a new canvas, and we're going to size it to be 5,400 by 6,300 pixels. We know this is the size that we need for a full yard. Again, check the first video for more information on this. Now we can go over here to Elements and just type in what we want to include. Let's talk about a woodland background for perhaps a quilt for a younger child who loves animals in the woods. And we can see a number of different backgrounds here. Now we're using graphics instead of photo, so it will be artwork. You can see that Canva has put this hash mark over it. They call it a watermark. Now this hash mark is Canva's way of telling us that we have not yet purchased this element. So if we're not on the Pro plan, we still can buy it. They're usually $1 each for you to use for your personal use. Now, because I want to go through this a bit more smoothly, I'm going to move over to my plan. I have the Canva Pro plan, and I'm going to do that exact same thing. We're going to create a new design, and we've added our woodland background, and now we want to add some woodland creatures to our woodland background. So we can go in and search for those just like we did the background. And you can see there's a number of graphics that come up that go well with this design. We can also get specific about what we're looking for. Let's say we want to start with a deer. We'll type that in, and that will give us the deer. Lots to choose from here, but I like probably this first one here at the top. And we can go ahead and click on that, or we can click it and drag it, and it will add it to our canvas here. And we can just resize and reposition our deer however we like. Now, if we want some more like that, we can search for our next animal. Alternatively, if we're looking for ones in this particular style, sometimes it helps to go find this particular author of the graphic and see what else they have. They probably have others in a similar graphic style. Now you can see this cute little chipmunk looks quite a bit in terms of the graphic style like the deer, so we can add him as well. Let me size him so that he looks a little more like the right size when compared to a cute little deer. And we can look for other elements as well. Let's see if they've got a rabbit in here. Oh, we have an owl. That could be fun. Hold on. Let me filter that just for any owls that this particular author has made. Oh, that one's a cute one. Again, click on him, then resize and reposition to wherever you want that to be. Let me put him over here. There we go. Okay. Okay, now let's add a rabbit. Let's see what he has for rabbits. Again, it's good to go with the same author because you get the same artistic style, but I don't really like any of those rabbits. So let's go back to the main search, and now we're going to look for rabbits. And we can just scroll through to see if we find one we like that we think has a similar artistic style and would go with our image here. There's a couple to choose from here. I think I like this one. Okay, so here's a rabbit. He's pretty close to that same artistic style. We're going to put him, where do we put our rabbit? Still too big. Sort of put him in the back. And move our guy over, get them all positioned. And again, you can do this as you like. You can add more woodland creatures if you like. You can add certain types of elements that you know the person who's receiving your gift would love. Maybe an acorn. Good. And again, just like anything, you can position it. You can pull on this little thing to rotate it, try to get him in just the right position. There. Now our squirrel has an acorn. Let's go ahead and start adding some text to make this even more personal. We're going to choose add a text box. It comes in very small because our image is large, but you could just click and drag and replace the text with whatever you want that message to be. I'm going to type Billy's woodland friends. Yeah, I like that. Great gift for Billy, who loves woodland creatures. I'm going to change the font. Anton is a really great bold font, which I think would be perfect for this. So we'll grab that. Now let's get that repositioned so it's in a nice spot. Size it. Maybe pull those lines in a bit so it looks a little bit better. Rotate it, maybe a little bit bigger. And we want to change the font color. So we'll click on it. Oops, go up here to change the font color. And I like this one. There. Perfect. Perfect gift for Billy. Now let's do another one. This one we're going to make as a gift for maybe a teenager who's really into 1980s kind of retro stuff, maybe somebody who is into roller skates. So I'm going to pick another background. Always the best place to start with backgrounds. We're going to pick a groovy background. Pick one of these you like. Ooh, this is very groovy. Let's move that in. We'll cover the whole space. And now let's put in some roller skates. And we'll do that again. We'll kind of get some groovy roller skates. Looking for one where the color scheme is quite the same. Oh, I like this one. Like anything else, we can resize it, we can rotate it, really kind of make it look the way we want. Maybe a bit bigger. Good. And like before, we can add some text. Oops. Click on add the text box. It's going to come in the same font we used in the last one, but we can change that. We'll say keep on rolling. And maybe a nice kind of retro. This is a cool kind of retro font. Excellent. Do a little bit more resizing, make it a bit bigger. And if we want something more personal, we can go ahead and make it more personal. Maybe this is Carrie's 18th birthday. We're going to say happy 18th, Carrie. And that's a very special personalized gift for this important occasion. Again, we'll pull the line spacing in. I like it a little bit better without the big fat spaces. Now let's move on to one that we can demonstrate for an adult. Now, we've mostly been dealing with graphics, but let's try working some panels with photos. So I'm going to go and maybe look for a country kitchen. Let's pick a photo that we like here. Oh, I like that one. Okay, we'll click on that to add it to our canvas here. Let's resize it so it fits the whole yard of fabric, essentially. Now, let's assume that our special gift goes to somebody who has a couple Labrador retrievers at home. So we're going to put in Labrador retriever and find some photos of Labrador retrievers that we could add. Now, we want photos that look like they're going to work well with the image. Let's take this one. He's cute. Pull him down here. Maybe he's sitting in the sun. That's nice. And another one. So that image came in without a background. This one you can see has a background, but that we can solve with this background remover very quickly and easily removes most backgrounds very effectively. I'm going to shrink him down. Maybe we'll put him in the hallway here, make him a little bit smaller. There we go. Okay, so I have two Labrador retrievers. Perfect. Now, I don't know what this is up here. It looks like a hole in the wall, but being quilters, we know how to fix that. Let's look for a wall quilt. And lots of photos. We'll pick this one. This looks perfect to put on the wall. And we can resize it. And we're going to put that up here and cover the hole. Oh, well, every house should have a quilt on the wall. Now, it doesn't really look like it fits. It's a bit too bright, but we can go over here to transparency. And we'll pull that transparency down till it starts to look more like it fits within that environment. You could also play with the colors, but I think that already does it. I think that looks fantastic. Now let's come up with a saying that is personal for the recipient of our gift. Let me see. Go click on text box, add a text box, and maybe something in a script or cursive. No, don't like that. Cursive? Mm, yeah, let's see. We can try a couple here. We want it to look pretty clean because it's going to come out a bit big sized. And so if it looks a little sloppy, and we don't like that one, just because it won't look as good on a fabric panel if it doesn't look like very clean, sharp text. So let's try this one. Oh, I like that one better. Okay. And we can then move it and resize it. Uh, let's start grateful hearts, make a cozy, I can spell it correctly, cozy home, and make the M capitalized. There we go. I think that's a cute saying. Maybe it's something that your recipient has said before, or something that you tell them on a regular basis, whatever makes it very personal. And again, you can go in and choose some different colors, whichever you think works. If you can't find the color that you like, you can just click on this guy here. And you can see it gives you essentially any color you can choose from. So I did want to stay in this kind of color scheme. We're going to go ahead and pull that so it's a little more tan, a little less pink. Oh, I like that. Okay. And so you can see, oh, let me pull that text in. a little bit. There we go. So again, resize it as you like, continue to add to it. Anything that's special and personal will make a huge difference when it comes to as a gift. But you can see, I think this comes out as a very nice panel for someone who loves cozy kitchens. Now in video one, we showed you how to take an image and prepare it for use in Spoonflower to create your fabric panel. So for these images that we've created here, we're going to want to download them as a PNG file in the resolution that we want for these particular types of fabric panels. Again, we go through this a lot in video one. And then we're just going to pick the particular page that we want and we're going to download it. And once that comes to our computer, we can go ahead then and go back to video one where I show you step by step how to pull that into a rotated canvas and then prepare that and upload it into Spoonflower. Pretty as a picture.
Quilter Tech. Quilter Tech.
So there you have it. That's how to make your own personalized quilt panels using Canva for the perfect holiday gift. Whether you're making the gift for a grandchild, a friend, or just someone who needs a little extra comfort, having personalized panels can make your gift that much more special. And once you have your panel, we have a number of free patterns in the freebie section of our store that are perfect for 1-yard panels. But in the next video, I'll show you how you can use EQ8, Electric Quilt 8, to create your very own pattern for your panel quilt. You don't want to miss that. So be sure to like and subscribe and check out the links below so you can catch up on the whole Quilter Tech series. Thank you again for watching and happy quilting.
Quilting every day, quilting every way. At the Quilters Retreat, we brighten your day. Mug shirts and